Hello Stationeers and welcome back to the wind turbines of Europa, the most naturally abundant fauna on the planet. Today we're going to be dealing with this thing, and I had some wonderful suggestions in the comments, thank you so much for all of them, but I'm just going to be cheating and using an integrated circuit. I was also told that I should absolutely be using nitrous at a 50-50 mixing ratio, which we will transition to at some point, but now, my boy, I'm just going to be using the fuel line we've got, because we got a whole bunch of other stuff to do. So we're going to be sticking this in here. I will show you the script in a second, and this thing will manually, or automatically rather, slowly but surely tweak up our combustion centrifuge until it is at a functional state. And it looks like O2 does max out at about 500 RPM. If you want to get to the 1800, so 18 of those at once, you need about, I think it's a 50-50 ratio of NOS to volatiles, which is honestly a lot cheaper as far as fuel goes, so I'm okay with switching over to that. This is our code. It was made by one Atlantis SCZE, or Atlantis CZE, which again, of course, as always, will be linked in the description and the pinned comments, so please go check that out. And yep, this is it. If you feel free to screenshot, it is a pretty straightforward, as far as I understand it, code base. The only thing to be aware of is if you're going to use the script with... what have I done? If you're going to use the script with O2 or H2, you must change this number to 10. It defaults to 200, which is the recommended amount for the nitrous oxide to hydrogen. We want it on 10. Atlantis CZE, incredible script. Thank you so much for your hard work and for sharing it with everybody to use for free. It's really cool of you. So we should see that this thing is now, yep, 0% stress, and the RPM is climbing nicely. Now, I'm not entirely sure still what caused the pressure, or what caused this thing to break down. There were some suggestions saying that perhaps it's not outputting, and I think that is possible, but it looks like, I mean, the CO2 and X numbers are not increasing. If anything, they're decreasing, right? And our immediate vicinity does have a fluctuating amount of waste gases coming through here. Interestingly enough, what temperature are those at? 1400 C? Yeah, I don't really want to run those into the base just yet. It appears to be working, though, doesn't it? I think what happened was it just got too full and then broke down, but I've seen Cows Are Evil get this thing up to like 6,000 iron stored inside, and it continued to work. So I don't think that should be the problem. If anything, the pressure's decreasing, and we're feeding it more ore. So I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue was... I'm not sure. I think it was leaving the combustion all the way up or something. I'm not sure. Either way, that has been resolved now, and we are happy. Also, I think my light's dead. Like the first time ever. Wow. I'm going to have to use the suit light. Oh, like a savage. So we are very, very, very slowly finishing off this project, though. As you can see, the tubes are almost completely empty for all of these. In fact, this one's actually done. That is awesome. This machine can finally be turned off and recycled. And then we've just got these ones to go. And once that's done, then these centrifuges will be completely abandoned, and we will only be running the combustion centrifuge going forward. Oh man, I forgot how hideous this directional lighting is. Next up, the project for today, I think, is going to be to enclose this inside the main base. And then we'll have an airlock over here, probably, allowing us out into the rest of our workshop. I will probably put a pair of doors here, and we're going to have to expand this out a little bit to get some more... I want some more workshop room. Probably going to end up moving my workbenches another time. Okay, before we get on to anything else for today, I want to expand this area. I've laid down the walls. We're going to have an airlock right over here. The rest of it is all just windows and composite walls. The standard, we'll put a solid frame in the back just because I like having that hard attachment point for any equipment we might need. Plus, it's nice knowing that at least one corner of the base isn't going to explode. Yeah, mostly. Now, it is very cold in here, but it's also starting to get quite warm in the other room, so I'm actually just going to mix the atmospheres, and it'll bring us probably down to about 6 degrees inside there, and then the waste heat from the projects will continue to expand it. I never thought I'd be cooling my base using a bunch of sort of accidental waste, but you know what? It's kind of environmentally friendly when you think about it. Dual purpose pollution. Okay, I think we are fully enclosed. We just got to finish setting up the airlock, but other than that... I think we're laughing. Just make sure. Don't want any gas escaping when we do eventually pop the hood on this. Nope, looks all good. Alright, well I guess now we can just use this as storage. Hey, look at that. And let's head back through. and set up our, what do we need? Our console, our airlock commands, and that's it. Then we're done. Oh, and the sensor, and some cabling. Okay, a few things maybe. And you know what? I've got a couple of extra lights. Why don't we give one to our airlocks? Give me a little LED here. And I'm immediately getting distracted, I realize. But let me just do this real quick. Because why not? That way when the airlock's cycling, the light turns on. I think that'll be cute. All we need to do then is just stick in our data card. And we just want to say beep, 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 beep. Light. Alright, cool. So if I cycle that, oh, the light comes on. Nice, that's how we know it's active. Okay. You can't do the flashing strobe one, but epilepsy's a real thing, and I don't want to be a cause of anyone's troubles. Also, we still need another frame here. My bad. We're missing a window. Well, the storm's here, and I can't seem to put a frame on the top of the window. That's very strange, but it is now allowing me to put a wall down. So let's do that. At least we've got that much going for us. Put that over there. And then, okay, well, I guess we'll put our light in anyway, even if it wants to be difficult. Stick that there. We'll need a console, airlock chip, sensor. This will be gas. Occupancy sensor? No, we don't need occupancy. This isn't a bathroom. Yet. We need to weld up the floor too. That would have been a bit of an oversight. Okay, the way I've laid this out, we should be able to pass the pipes through here. I'm praying. Yes, we can. Okay, I think that's everything for the airlock, except power, which we will bring in from, temporarily from here. But this will get its own APC and transformer shortly. I'll have to move this whole line. Okay, cool, here we go. Furnace airlock light, we should name this. Furnace airlock gas sensor. Just in case, you never know. Furnace airlock, exterior door, interior door, exterior vent, interior vent. Which way are we going? We're going this way. Very nice. Okay. Now we need to frame in the floors. Yes, it's trying to depressurize the entirety of Europa right now, because there is no floor. My bad. I also need to set the pressure limits as well. Okay, I think this is the final piece of this particular puzzle. So this room should now be airtight. At least I'm hoping so. The easiest way to check that, pop out the old atmospherics reader, and then all we do is just open up this waste canister in here. And if this gets a consistent amount of CO2 that doesn't go down over the next few seconds... 8.6 moles. In fact, if anything, it's increasing as it distributes around the room. And now it's stabilizing. And yeah, we definitely have a stable atmosphere. Lovely. We can pop open these windows. Now, I know it's really cold in here, but that's okay because it's really hot in there. And it'll take a little bit, but this should equalize the temperatures between these two rooms. And then we're going to have a whole lot of moving of stuff to do after that. Oh, there go all my ingots flowing across the room. That's going to be kind of funny when we see it. Yep, there's a whole bunch. Okay, lovely. We are now mixing temperature, and as you can see, we're down to -14. That's completely fine. There's so much heat in those tanks that it's going to have to equalize out. That will be okay, I think. All right, now we got to move our printers just after we set up all these lovely sorters. We're going to have to move them, and I think where I want to put them is along this back wall here. I think that's the sensible thing to do. So we'll start them there and then wrap them around, have a little nook. So all this needs to move. And that's an easy view of our fuel gauge. And if we get it, we can just see it right there. That's really handy, I think. And I probably want to put my storage lockers somewhere else for the moment. We're not going to link that up just yet. Or we could make it a junction, and then we can link it up right now. Aha, he's a genius. I think we wanted something like that. The junction goes in there. Then we pop this off like that. Right, this should work. And then we can put our inlet over here. Something like so. That should work, right? I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's throw in the goods. Give me a stack of iron. Stick that in there. And see if this thing takes. It made it in. Okay, cool. So that's working. I may have made too many steel sheets, although I don't think that's actually true, because we're going to be building a rocket soon, and we're going to need like 1 million of these. Alright, time to pull all this up. Now we have our lovely workspace here. We're going to definitely want to get some lights in here too. Let's pull up this computer, because someone did suggest to me that I get a laptop. I think that's a great idea. We're going to be doing just that. Let's try and do that as soon as possible. What the hell have I picked up here? A locker. Not what we need right now. Okay, I think we'll put our APC for this area over here. I think that's the smart play. And this is going to power our furnace and this airlock. Maybe with 2 different transformers. Okay, it's a bit of a mess in here and everything's offline, but I think we need to set up the printers before we set up anything else further. This is going to make a mess. Beautiful. Just like home. Alright, then I think I do indeed... I want this little open space here. Could put our printers in front of the batteries, but I kind of like having that little window. I think we are going to put them along this wall after all. Probably start over here. Put like something I don't use too much over there. Where's that tool printer? There it is. Okay, there's our tool printer. Then I definitely want... What's like the second most used one? Probably want 2 auto lathes going forward, but I'll put 1 over here for now. I think that's a great idea. That's going to be the closest to there. And then we need our electro printer and our atmospheric printer. Find them good homes as well. Let's put... I should probably clear some of this out first, huh? Okay, where was I? That's a bit better. Let's start off with the hydraulic pipe bender. We'll stick that right over... If we use chutes, we can get that like right over here in the corner. Lovely, give ourselves a bit more space. And then this can be for our electronics printer. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. Little workstation. Okay, then we got to put down our stackers. And I like having the controls on the same side as the machine. Call me crazy. Just don't call me twice. There we go. Perfect. And that's our stack is up. And now we got to just make these machines. And lastly, boom, auto lathe. Lovely. Okay, let me put the rest of this back together. My god, what a nightmare. Okay, as crazy as this sounds, I think what we're going to do is actually leave that transformer to do whatever it wants. It's going to stay on this line right over here. That'll be just fine. We'll have that as like an auxiliary power line, and then I'm actually going to run the rest off of a different circuit. But first we are going to have to power this briefly, so let's just set up an emergency power station for that. And this is straight up just so I can make another transformer. Oh, and we are actually going to have to power the stacker as well. Okay. Turn you on, turn you on. I need 3 transformers. Stat. 10, 1, 3. Okay, here is transformer number 1. This will power the airlock. Transformer numero 2 will power the workshop. And transformer number 3... Oh, I guess we got 4 is going to power the furnace. Is there anything else down here that I want to power off this APC? No, I don't think so. That one might be able to... We might use that outside for the lights. In fact, I think that's a pretty good idea. Stick that on there. Turn that on. Turn that on. Close it up. Okay, excellent. We are going to have to run the power cable again, because that's been all disrupted. It's up there. It needs to run over. But we can start here. Okay, cool. That's set. Let's power this bad boy. We're going to give you... For the furnace, I think probably like 1,500 watts is a good max. Turn that on. Ba-dum. That's working. That's working. Any chance of us seeing what our current line state is? Yes, with you. You will do it. And I know I left my thing on, don't worry. I'm aware. Okay, what is our current line state on here? 450 watts. Okay, so we don't even need anywhere near that much. But if I've ever added anything to that by mistake and don't think about it, it shouldn't blow up. Okay, next. Let's do the airlock. We know the airlock is about 500 watts to run, but we're going to be careful with it anyway. Give me a corner. And a connection. Lovely. And then let's set that up to like, say 1,000. Turn it on. Airlock's running. Awesome. Next up for the workshop itself, I think a comfortable, let's say like a 2.5. That should be enough to handle everything here safely. This is damn Extreme Home Makeover Europa edition, dude. We are getting a ton done right now. This is gonna be a challenge to edit this down to under an hour, but c'est la vie. It needs to happen. The series must continue. The factory must grow, and in order for this to happen, we need to organize the factory first, because it's a little chaotic. Okay, turn you on, and everybody here should be rocking it. We just want to make sure our stackers are set to the correct number, which for me is 50. You can play with it. I like to keep it in a high count. Everyone can have 500 grams of iron too, because we've got plenty lying around. The solder and electrum I'm going to put into the electro printer, because we don't really need that much elsewhere. This bit of steel can go in there too. That's a lot of iron. We can reposition that comfortably right over here. Oh look, another 500 stack of iron. Yeah, we've got a little bit of iron. Oh look, another 500 stack of iron. Yeah, we might have a bit too much iron. Yeah, we got some nickel as well. Yeah, we do need those vending machines, because this is I'm getting to see the issue the commenter was mentioning. Alright, then for our alloys, I am again just going to put down an overhead locker, and we'll just put it near this output vent. In fact, let's put down 2 of those. And this can just be where we keep all of our alloys for the moment, until we have a more elegant solution. And this battery has died, but that's fine. That's something we can solve by going outside. I know the one thing I said I'd never do again. Alright, well, I have a lot of other needs to take care of, and then we're going to go do that. Alright, since I'm going outside, is there anything here we want to recycle? Not really. We can use the walls to expand the solar room, as with these, and these, and these. So those are worth holding on to. And these. That's all good stuff. Invar can get put somewhere safe. The constant and, the electrum and solder are in the printer. Pipe valve. Did I ever put that on the... I don't think I ever put that on the furnace, so let's go do that. I don't need the hydraulic pumps. I don't need the computer, but we don't want to recycle it either. Don't need the pipes. Okay, cool. Everything in here can just stay in here. Okay, let's start with the cabling, because this needs to work, or else nothing else works. We're going to bring it in from this line. This is going to make a right turn, and then get moved down. Honestly, probably should have just built the furnace into the base from the start, but hey, I'm learning. I'm learning. Slowly but surely, I'm learning. Okay, awesome. That is on. That is on. That is all on. That's a happy me. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, how are we doing over here? Pressure's running low? Did we run out of fuel? No, we got a lot of fuel. Why does this thing occasionally just lose steam? Did I cut off the power to it? I cut off the power to it. Okay, well now we can see the IC in action. Yes, indeed, it's spooling it up. Alright, and keeping that stress under 25%. That's what you love to see. And I think our last errand out here was to put the one-way valve on this vent, which I did not do in the tutorial. I really should have. We just grab this bad boy. Boom. One-way vent. Perfection. Just like that. That way we make sure that the oxygen can't get back inside the pipe. Okay, nice. It's not necessary, but it's a nice little precautionary measure, right? Alright, next up we need to sort out our lighting. It is a nightmare, and I would like it to be a dream. Alright, so right now all my lights are networked to this one main line that runs down the spine of the base. It goes over here. And that's what we want to connect everything else up to. We just need to put down the lights first. Okay, that is something I can get behind. We'll need quite a few of them, I think. And we'll need to put them on a transformer. Which would work on this. But honestly, I'm now thinking maybe we just give that its own line. Because what is this line here? That's why I need to paint these things. That is indeed the battery output for the main station. So if that's the main station battery output, then we could put an APC over here. Or just a transformer, to be honest. That... Yeah, that's what's going to run the lights. Okay, and we'll give it like 5 kilowatts to... Or maybe like 4,500, so we don't blow that red line ever. Okay, 10 lights. That'll definitely do the trick. And then let's just move this wire back. Okay, so this transformer does nothing at the moment, but that's fine. That means we have an extra run we can do later. I like that. Okay, let's start off over here. We want our transformer, and I think we're going to do it like this. And then you can get pulled in to this thing. Just like so. And we will feed you, like I said, I think we'll do like 4,500 watts at most along this line. And then we can splice in all the cable our heart's desire. Boom, and the lights are back on. Lovely. Not that we have all that many. I think there's like one here, one there. There's none on that side of the base either. There's these lights, the exterior ones, which are really useful when I'm mining. So let's put down some more. We might even need more than 10. Ah, but I need to do that from the inside, it seems. Okay, that kind of makes sense. What we can do in the meantime is then run the spine. I want the network to connect along this beam here. Okay, light over there, and then I want one over here, over here. I think I want one facing like... I want one facing these things, or a couple of them facing these things. Put one there, and we'll put one there. That looks good to me. And then I want the reverse on the other side as well. So put one there and one there. We need things, we want to make sure we're illuminating our workspace, of course. So let's get one right over there. And we'll do one over each of these machines. Lovely. I want one over my furnace. I want one over my airlock. And that should be the last one we've got. Yep, and then I need a few more for the other part of the base. That should be plenty of light. Maybe like 4 for the atmospherics room. Okay, cool. There we go. All spliced up. And now we can just slowly cut this all together. This is going to take me a minute. Give me a second. Okay, look at that. There we go. Finally illumination. Only like 15 episodes after we built the damn place. But hey, better late than never, I guess. Next up comes this room. Okay, there we go. All of our lights are wired up. And now that we've got them all on their own network, we can actually set up a bit of logic to turn these off when the daylight comes on. And I'm going to use pretty much the same logic I used for my solar sensor for the plants. So let's just get a quick sensor, daylight sensor, and then we just need a logic I/O. And I'm pretty sure I've got like a ton of that stuff backed up. I also really need to put another backflow valve back into this pipe network from that side of the base. But that we'll deal with in a moment. Let's put down our sensor. Straight up just, is it daylight, yes or no? And then I know I have some logic floating around in here. Yes, I do. Logic I/O. Don't think I'll need the memory. For this one, we'll put down... We just need a logic reader and a writer, I think, right? I remember last time someone told me I made my daylight sensor for the plants too complicated. Can I make this more power, like wire efficient? I think I can. If I do it here and here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, which side of this is the data port? Can you even talk to a transformer? I don't know. Input? I don't know. Let's find out. Ah, this pipe is in the way. Not that we need this pipe anymore, actually, because this was the old furnace line, and let's be completely honest, that's done. Regardless, I'm definitely going to need more cable. Of course I am. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. We might be able to steal that from over here, where we had that active vent plugged in. Can I get close enough to put down... Oh, come on. Like the line the whole base runs on. Wish you could just pack stuff up with a quick drill. Ah, that would make life a lot simpler. IRL. Give me a baling this time. There we go. Yeah, this thing is pissed off again. I bet the script is slowing it down this time at least. Oh no, I think it was me interrupting the power again. Yeah, that's a problem. This thing really needs its own little battery just to keep it safe. It does not like it when we change power. Okay, so this should just work, right? Oh, we have to plug it into power, maybe. That's probably a good start too. And And then I'm not sure if I've got any other transformers on here, or if I might find myself having some. So let's just call this literally the light switch. Oh, we can get clever with it. Hey! Alright, and then... I don't need 2 readers, though. I realize one of these needs to be a writer. It could be this one. Logic writer. Okay, cool. So let's try this. I think I can just do this with 2 machines. So your input is going to be the sensor. There's a lot of stuff on here, huh? Daylight sensor. This one. Let's just make sure it's this one. Light daylight sensor. Is it this one? It's that one. Okay, and our variable is going to be on, I think, right? Like, is there... No. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for activate. Yes, okay. It's activate is 1. And... but we want to invert it. Yeah, I am going to have to use the comparative stuff, which is what I set up over here, which was not necessary. For this one, we wanted the grow lights to be on when the sunlight was out, so they got enough light. So we didn't need to use the math compare or memory. This time we are going to have to. And so if I remember correctly, I was allowed to do with this one, for my input, we just put the logic reader. Light sensor reader, yeah. And our output type is going to still be our grow lights, and our setting is on. Yeah, so that should still work. But the switch has been turned off for this area. That's right. I can pick up a lot of this cable now, though. Okay, you'll forgive me if this isn't perfect. I am trying to design my own circuits here without relying on tutorials. I'm trying to learn the game, so if there are any mistakes, I'm sure you've already told me. People aren't allowed to make mistakes on the internet. What the hell do you think you are, a human being? You piece of shit. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Okay. So we are currently reading the reader, and what we want to do is make sure... oh no, I don't need that much. C? Is it this one? Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. I want to check if it's 1, you don't turn them on. If it's 1, you turn them off. You flip it. Okay. So input 1 is going to be... Wait, no, we want this to be 0. Yeah, if it's 0, you turn the lights on. So input 1 is going to be our logic reader, which is going to be called daylight reader. Daylight reader. Our output is going to be... we want it to be equal to... we want it to not... Wait, God help me. We want it to be equal to 0. And it's going to be our memory. Let's just make sure it's the right one. This is our light mem. And is that light mem? Yes. Okay, cool. So right now we should be getting a 0. Because, yes, now the lights are not on. So now you should take your input from the logic compare. And I'm just going to, again, real quick, light compare. Because I do have other stuff on this network, and I'm not sure which is which. Light compare, our output is going to be the... Can I do this with the... I actually don't know. Can I do this with this little transformer? Light switch. Yes, there we go. And our variable will be on. Hey, it turned off. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So now if I put this up one, that should turn on. It does, which means that's simulating nighttime, and then back to daytime. We turn the lights off during daytime to save power. Okay, cool. There we go. Oh my god, I just did a logic circuit all by myself, chat. Aren't you proud of me? I'm proud of me. Alright, next up, I think we want to pull up all of this and start recycling. I also want to print out 6 more silos. But that's probably going to be next episode, but I'll get the printing done now. And honestly, we can start scrapping a lot of this stuff. I'll keep this furnace as like a backup, but we're not going to keep it here. A lot of this is going to get recycled. Yeah, let's pull up all these chutes. We are going to need the extras for all of the silo work we're doing next time. So all of this can get completely scrapped. Okay, there go our centrifuges. Very nice. What do these things take to make again? I'm kind of tempted to recycle them if they've got anything of value. Does it not tell me? Kit centrifuge. 20 iron, 5 copper. That's going to be 40 iron we get back total. That's significant. I think those are getting scrapped. Oh, whatever you are can go in there too. Mostly, to be honest, because we're just never really going to need them again, are we? These powered chutes have like Electrum and Constantin. Like, they're really valuable, so I don't really want to risk losing it to recycling, so we're just going to hold on to those, I think. Alright, that also means we can now pull up all of these power cables, which is going to be insanely satisfying. These have been a thorn in my proverbial side for a moment. Insane to think that literally just building that combustion centrifuge has saved us this many resources, right? That's mad. Okay, you stop with this, and honestly, I'm done with you. Get out of here. This is very fast becoming the chutes locker. We have a lot of chutes in the locker. Hence the name. Okay, I was joking about this being the chutes locker, but this is getting a little bit out of hand. Oh, no, there's another one. Okay, we have some uranium. We have some cobalt left over, and we have some coal. I'm just going to burn this one. But that is really cool. Also, did the lights turn on overnight? Ah, they did. Look at that. Alright, and for the first time, I'm starting to feel a little bit better about our power situation. It is currently low, but we are doing a lot right. You know, we got the lights on, off during the day, which means we can build up while the solar panels are charging. We've got a lot of clever things. We pulled up that stupid furnace and all of these centrifuges. We are making a dent towards, well, making progress, definitely. Oh god. We're also dying of frostbite because I forgot to do that. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for hanging out today. That is going to be the end of Stationeers Europa episode, I want to say 19, 20? I don't know what we're on now. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. And of course, a huge thank you to our channel members and patrons for the month. Couch Potato, The Senate, Kelly Ananas, Call Me Bo 82, Riley David, LCG Canyon Sahar, Knee Cruncher, Old Man Tater, Frickin' Friendly Beaver, Not K Arthur, Cut Beef Go Ham, Jack Smallman, Rivo, Adachi, I'm Alpha, Alan O'Sulliher, Charlie Weber, Mermix, Mel Roman, and Officer C4. You guys rock.